Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. This is Abdurrahman from FXAlTareeq.com, and here is what's on my radar for November the 16th, 2015. Let's head over to the weekly charts. We start off with the Aussie New Zealand. It looks like a trade that I'm going to jump in this week. Hopefully, we're off the backs of this particular belt trade that's here. And we had some movement this past week from the Aussie news release from the unemployment. So I'm going to be getting into a trade more than likely once we clear out the this particular weekly zone here, and looking for targets up in this area over the next couple of weeks, more or less. So off of the belt, this particular belt here. And we had a good release from here over the week, and look to get in on this particular trade. Those of you who are on the Forex signals, look out for a weekly trade off of the Aussie Kiwi. Next on the list is the Aussie-CAD, a trade that we're in. We're back in the black again. We're back at the normal levels that we were in when we enter into this trade. So it's a matter of sitting and waiting and hoping that we get back up to our first target pretty soon. But the Aussie-CAD is looking good. And it's looking good, folks, because of the oil. That's the drop in oil that happened also. So this is one of those trades that we want to hold currently and take advantage of due to the oil situation, the price fluctuation of the oil as well. Going over to the the Euro-Aussie. We enter into a new trade this week. It was from the trend break off of this particular line, and we were in some nice green pips, and we still are in some nice green pips. A matter of my thing, why I took this trade was trying to get in on a good entry point off of the Euro-Aussie, and I'm only going to hold this one until it hits target 2. And target 1 and target 2, because of the quantum easing program that the Europeans have put in place. There is no doubt in my mind with patience that this trade will pay off, and we are in actually 2 good trades here with the Euro-Aussie. So sit and hold on those if you're with me, guys. And also the Euro-CAD, small retracement this week to be expected after the movement of the continuation of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops, 6 weeks of dropping. A little bit of retracement, again holding due to the quantum easing program with the Europeans. There's nothing here that signals a get out or be a little bit worried. Over to the Great Britain, USA, another trade that I'm going to get in. I keep telling you guys, this box has been going on for at least since March of 2015. We have here a bend trade. Take a look. A nice bend trade that came here. So again, after the Asian session on Monday or Tuesday, look for a trade to get in on this particular pair. And it's only going to be a 1-for-1, but you know what? It's good. The markets have been acting very strange these past few weeks, so take advantage of those 1-to-1s if you can, and if you get a little bit more out of them, the more the merrier. With that said, there's nothing else on my weekly charts. I'm going to move over to the daily charts just 1 second. All right, folks, back at you with the Aussie-CAD, again, the trade at which we're in. It's looking good. It has, we moved back until our entry point, our buy point, which we got in on this trade. And right now on this particular trade, more or less, we're up 97, 98 pips. We're not that far off of our first target. I'm a little bit high here. We're not that far off, but 112 pips. So maybe a couple of days, more or less, we'll see what happens with this particular trade towards the end of the week. But hopefully again, with the oil and with the Aussie holding itself up as one of those currency trades, I think this is going to be a good trade for us this week as well. Again, we got in on the euro-dollar trade. Yeah, we did an Acapulco. It has retraced up somewhat. Again, no worries. Those of us who entered in at the stop loss, at the recommended stop loss, I think we're at a good pace or a good place to be for this particular trade, and again holding because of quantum easing program. And also I already talked about the Euro-CAD small retracement, no big deal. It's the same with the Aussie from the daily chart. Even if you look at the daily charts, we just need to get down to this, and there seems to be some minor resistance on at this level here. This is this level here at the 1.4980 level. Once we clear that, it should drop and then hit our target. So looking for some news or some type of catalyst to get that trade moving as well. Those of you who are following the Great Britain yen trade, as you can see, over the course of time, we have been getting some nice bearish candles, and then we've gotten some nice bullish candles that bounce off of this particular trend line that I'm holding. As you can see, this thing is just really holding up and edging up to my trend line. So those of you who are in the trade, I know I had a couple of my mentor clients asking me about this trade, and they're in that trade. I think it's a good trade. I just didn't get in it myself because we had other trades which looked better to me to put my money on, but this would have been a good entry point here. But just watch the candles. They are getting a little bit small and wicky, and when that happens, that tends to mean that the momentum is slowing down. But we shall see. As we move over to the Great Britain US dollar, again a trade I'm looking to get in. Let's see what happens, what type of price action, naked price action trigger we can get from that, and then we'll take advantage of these. We'll take advantage of these highs here around 260 odd pips. Not bad. And I think it's going to be, we're not going to be somewhere around here, but even if you did more than a 1-for-1, probably a 1-for-5 or 1-for-7 more or less. As we move over to the Aussie-CAD, we had that pennant. You guys got to always watch this pennant, and then a burst from off of the pennant, and it's holding its own. There's no naked price action catalyst here for us to get into the trade. So at this moment, I'm just going to leave it where it is. Not going to worry about it. We see what happens over the next over this week off of the daily charts, and again off of the Great Britain Swissy. Now we'll see it's busted through this zone. It hasn't penetrated off of these highs here, but you'll be looking for a double top and then see what happens from that trade, whether it's going to continue forward or it's going to do a double top, and then we take advantage of a sell trade off of those levels there. Now, with that said, that's all I have, guys. We'll give you an agent update on Monday. You guys have a fantastic day.